Bishop Jackson, you and I are unfortunately members of the same club. I lost my wife, Wendy, to cancer in December of 2016, and you lost your beautiful wife, Vivian, just this past April of 2018.
Yes.
My condolences to you on your loss. You are a pastor, you're a man of God. I've experienced it as well. Whatever our faith is, it certainly opens up new dimensions to us, who God is and how much we need God when we face something like that, doesn't it?
It does. I guess I've counseled all kinds of people about grief, but I never felt it this deeply. And I guess that's, my mother died 4 years before my wife, ironically in the same month. But it was a deep pain, but nothing like, in a sense, the wife of my youth. For all my adult years were spent with that beautiful woman who shaped my life and my children, our church, and our destinies together.
And it's not a lack of faith. Paul has said we do not grieve as those without hope, but he doesn't say that we don't grieve. And so while we have the hope of a future resurrection, we have a hope of seeing our saved loved ones again, it doesn't mean that we don't experience intense pain here, recognizing that in the interim, we're not going to see the person who we've shared our lives with.
Well, that's so true. I think you're onto something. And the fact that Jesus, when he declared, he read the scroll in synagogue, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to bring good news to the poor, and he begins to talk about that, the first action item he brings up in his ministry is to heal the brokenhearted. So grief is really all about a broken heart. Loss, a deep loss, a loss of job, loss of relationship, loss of stature, status, all of this, loss of health, long-term sickness. Healing the broken heart is available for everyone listening. And the good news I'm learning is that Jesus has a process that as we get healed, somehow it gives us the capacity also to minister to others.
For me, in some way, it even opens up the Christmas story in a new way, because here you have the spotless, sinless Son of God who comes to earth in the form of a human being, and all that entails, including ultimately a death, and in his case, an execution. One who should have never died, dies on our behalf. When you go through a death of a loved one, it really does bring alive the importance of what it is that Christ has done for us by coming into this world, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. I love what you're saying. And I think as we celebrate Christmas and things like communion, you know, as Jesus said, this do in remembrance of me. I think in a time like Christmas, our remembering is supposed to be to rethink, experience again who Jesus is, the power and the sacrifice he's made. And people who are neuroscientists now say the left side of your brain tells you the linear story of what happened. The right side of your brain brings interpretation to the facts. Fact is that Jesus came to save us, but the interpretation we should remember is that salvation is for me. That birth was so he would identify with me. In this Christmas, we should be dealing with the fact that no matter how deep the pain, how deep the loss, no matter how much we feel like we're forgotten and forsaken, Jesus died for us. His death and his life and his birth, all of those things are stated facts. We know he really lived. But as we bring that right side of the brain interpretation into it, we should say, because he was born and he lives, I can live in the power of the living Christ.
Amen. Bishop Jackson, God bless you. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate you. Thank you as always.
Thank you.